Yeah, welcome back to Economics YouTube channel. How are you all doing today? Yeah, so I think it's nice to be here today. So if you're stumbling upon our channel for the very first time, so welcome. Thank you for being around. All right, so this was the exercise that I said I came across, and then I had to help someone out with it. So I think that I should make it publicly available so that people like you can learn from it. Right, so, we have PPC and International Trade. So you probably have heard about the discussion about the basis for international trade. Should it be the absolute advantage as postulated by Adam Smith or comparative advantage as postulated by David Ricardo? So for Adam Smith, he was saying that for two nations to get themselves involved in international trade, they should ensure that they produce commodities for which they have the lowest opportunity cost. No, for which they have the lowest average they have the lowest cost of production. Yeah, cost of production. But then Ricardo came, years later and said, no, it shouldn't be like that. Okay, it should be that countries should engage in the international trade by specializing in the production of goods and services for which they have the least opportunity cost. Okay, the least opportunity cost. That means for what's the base of trade should be based on okay what you're giving up. So if what you are giving up is a lot, right? Even though you can produce that thing at a lower cost of production, like cost now looking at your normal cost of production. So in terms of expenses, so even though you can produce with it's at lower speed, if there's something better that I could have done, the same amount of resources, go and do that one. Like don't do this. Do you understand? Now, okay, let me give you an example. So, I take classes. Besides these YouTube classes, I take online class, and I have an online school. Okay, called Emoji School of Economics. In case you feel like enrolling. So, there was a time. No, not even was. Now I'm taking. I'm doing several things. Like I teach in a school. You can see this is the name of the school, right? So I teach at the school, and then I'm running my online school. Then I still have some extra gigs, that come around. So, then there was this student that came around and said, okay, let me like teach me online classes. And I was like, okay, I'm already busy, all of that. So we agreed on pay. I thought it was going to run away, but it stayed. And then, okay, fine. Then along the line, I was like, a part of his work, so I had to like sublet it to another student, like someone that is more knowledgeable, like a senior student now, no, not even like a senior student, like subcontract. Okay, you help me do this. I'm going to pay you for doing this. So just you help me do this. Get it available. Like the assignment I give to this guy, you solve the assignment. Make it chronological, like make it well explained for me. And then so I will pay you for that. So like when I give this guy assignments and he does it, so if there's a correction, I'll just send the copy that you've done for me and send to him, but I'm going to pay you for that. So it's not as if I don't know how to do it. Of course, I taught these other students too. Right. So, but like, I just don't have that time. So, like, what I mean is, though I have time, but I'm putting my time into like more profitable uses than indeed the assignment. So in that case, that's competitive advantage. So like I'm specializing in something that gives me more reward, right? Than something that is less rewarding. Looking at the time and my all of my resources that is being put into it. So that's what David Ricardo was saying. That even though you are the best at doing something, even though you can do something at the lowest, cost of production, look at what you're giving up. If you are giving up a greater thing, something that is more valuable, like, but just go and do that. Like, just leave this one for someone that considers it the more valuable thing to do. Okay, so me giving that thing to a student and the student taking that means it's very valuable to the student. Okay, let me take and do. But to me, no. Okay, so now let's look at this. So we have two countries, Canada and US. So they both produce honey and syrup. Now the question here is that based on competitive advantage, who should produce honey? Who should produce syrup? Right. So I'm going to draw two PPCs. It's not required in this question, but like let me just draw. So and then let us endeavor to follow through. So this is for one country. So this one is for, so when you're drawing your PPC, the commodity that is reducing in value, right, is what you put on the vertical axis. So for this, it is syrup. So syrup is one that's reducing in value. And then honey is here. So for the two of them, syrup here, syrup, honey. Honey. So this is Canada. See, is that Canada? No, this is US, USA, and then this is Canada. I say if you look at it, Canada can produce zero of honey or 60 of syrup. So like 60 of syrup is going to be here. 60. Then You have 10. So if you look at it, 0, 10, 20, 30. So like the scale 10, 20, 30, 40, like the same thing. And then if you look at this one, 0, 15, let me say 15, um, 30. Is that not too close? 15, 30. Okay, no. Since I'm using all of this space, let me just 15 can be here, 30 can be here, 45 can be here. Okay, I didn't try to scale more then. So we have something like this point, then this and this. Okay, no, 60 and this 0, then 45 and 10, 45 and 10, maybe something here. Then 20 and 30, 45 and 10, 30 and 20, maybe here. Then 15 and 30, 15 and 30, maybe, oh no, and then this. So let me just manipulate it. Let's draw a straight line from here, 60 of this to 40 of that. So okay. So this is 60, then this will be 45 and 10, on and on. This here will be 30 and 20. Okay, so it's just better that way. Then here too, if you look at, so I'm done with this guy, right? I'm done with this guy. So if you look at it from here, from what I taught you in the previous class, so x and y, so x is 0, y is 60, right? Then for 45 here, 45, this will be 10 and 45, right? And 30, 30 and 15. So this is, no, this is 20 and 30. So 20 of this, 30 of that. Then 15, um, um, 20 of this, then 30 of this, 15 of this. Okay, 15 of syrup, 15 of syrup, and 30 of this guy. So I'm going to meet here. 30, 15. Then here you have 40 of this and 0 of this guy. So I could have drawn it before now, but I just wanted to see what is going on. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so that's right. So for this one here, so 0, if you look at the scale, for honey, is 0 to 50. So 0, I can just 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, and there's 0 to 50 here as well. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I can also manipulate. I can draw a straight line because the distance is the same. Okay, let's just, this is not straight enough. Okay, so like the slope is the same thing. Like the distance here is 15, 30. It's 15 here, 10 here, always. All right, so now let us look at comparative advantage. So if you look at syrup here, so from 0 to 10, you are gaining more of honey. And then, so like opportunity costs of honey, that's for Canada. So this is Canada here, is loss over gain, if you remember from the former class. So loss over gain. So what is this person losing to get more of honey? So he's losing for moving from this point to this point now. This is getting 10 of honey, right? 10 of honey. Then what is he losing? He's losing 15 of syrup. So if you look at it, is constant all through 0 to 10, losing 10, getting 10 of this, losing 15 of this, then 10 to 20, getting 10 of this, losing 15 of this. And so it's constant all through. So this is 1.5, right? So if you come and look at this guy here, Opportunity cost of honey. So you are producing honey, right? So you want to gain honey now. So what would you be losing if you decide to produce honey? So if you look at it, for him to get, okay, I've not done this. So 0, 50, right? Then here you have 10, 40. Then here 20 and 30, 20 and 30. Then 30 and 20, 30 and 20, 40, 40 and 10, 40 and 10, then 50 and 0. So if you look at this guy, for this person to get from 0 to 10, to get 10 more of honey, he has to like lose 10 of syrup. 50 minus 40 is 10. So 10 over 10 equals 1. Right? So the same, that's why this curve is linear. It's constant all through. For you to get 10 more of this, you have to do 10 of this. To get 10 more of this, you have to do 10 of this. So it's 1. So who is giving up the more? You can say Canada is giving up more to produce honey compared to what do you call it? US. So US should produce honey. So US should produce honey. So let me just put it like here. Based on competitive advantage, US should produce honey. Right? This is already taking time than I imagined. Now how about syrup? So opportunity costs of syrup. Okay. So the same loss over gain. So like if you look at, for you to gain syrup, like you have to be moving up the slope, like from 0, you are gaining 15 of syrup, then from 15 you gain 30, then 45, whatever. So from 0 to 15, you gain 15 of syrup. But how many of honey are you losing? So for this to move from 0 to 50, for this to get to be plus 15, right? This has to be minus 10, like from 40 it loses 10, minus 10. On and on. To get 15 more from this point, 15 more, he has to lose 10 of this. So you don't have to put the minus anyway, I just use that one to explain. So 10 over 15, this is going to be 5 here 2, 5 here 3, 0.67 or thereabout. Right? 5 here 2, 2 over 3, that should be 0.66. Then for this person, opportunity cost of syrup for US. So moving up for syrup, you are gaining from 0, you gain 10, whatever. So you gain 10. Okay, then what are you losing? To move from 0 to 10, you lose 10 of this, right? 10 to 20, you also lose 10 of this. So this is 10 over 10, which is 1. So if you look at it, Canada has the low opportunity cost, so Canada should produce syrup. So based on opportunity cost, right? This is what we should have. United States will produce honey, and Canada will produce syrup. So the more interesting part of this, right, is the question that says that which is the next one. Suppose that Canada. So let me just write it. All right. The next question says that suppose that Canada is currently producing 30 tons of honey, 15 tons of syrup. Canada is producing 30 tons of honey, 15 tons of syrup, and United States is currently producing 10 tons of honey and 40 tons of syrup. 10 tons of honey, 40 tons of syrup. So what we should do is we should demonstrate that Canada and the United States can be better off if they specialize in producing only one good and then trade for the other. So this is before trade. Now this is one of the combinations, one of the possible combinations that I have here. If you look at it, Canada 30, 15. Do we have it? This is honey here. So 30 of honey, 15 of syrup. 30 of honey, 15 of syrup. So here. Then this guy, 10 of honey, 40 of syrup. 10 of honey, 40 of syrup. Yeah. So they are now saying that was before trade. So the question is now saying that can we demonstrate that these guys are going to be better off if they decide to specialize in what they know how to produce best and then they trade? Okay. So now if they specialize, all right, if they choose to specialize, so that would mean that Canada, let me just honey, syrup, yeah. That would mean that I think Canada has competitive advantage in producing syrup, right? Syrup, which is 0.67 here. Yeah, what is 0.67. So Canada will only produce syrup. So and if Canada only produces syrup, it will be producing nothing of honey, no amount of honey. So that will be 0 of honey, 0 of honey, 60 of syrup, right? How about US? If US should decide to specialize in the production of, it has competitive advantage in producing honey. As one, an opportunity cost of one is lower than this honey. Now it's going to spend all of its resources on honey and none on syrup. So here you have 50 of honey, 0 of syrup. So 50 of honey, 0 of syrup. So looking at this ordinarily looking at this, so when they were not trading, the total honey produced was 40 tons because honey is measured in tons, and the total quantity of syrup produced was 55 tons. Now, if they decide to specialize, they've not even traded yet. Specialize, you have 50 tons here, and then you have 60 tons here. 50 is more than 40, 60 is more than 50, which means they can each produce more, right? If they are, you know, if they choose to specialize. Now, for them to be able to trade, for them to be able to, like, can they trade? What Canada must do is that, okay, my opportunity cost of getting 10 of what they call it now, my opportunity cost of getting for Canada now, my opportunity cost of getting 10 of honey is me losing 15 of 15 of syrup. Yeah. So if I want to trade now, definitely trade should make me better. So if I want to get 10 of if I want to get 10 of honey, right, I shouldn't be giving up to 15 again for trade to happen. All right, if I want to get 10 of honey, I shouldn't be giving up to 15 again. The answer what I should be giving up should be less. That's the impact, that's the essence of trade. Trade should make everybody better off, right? Now for this guy too, was for what do you call it now? US that is giving up 10 of um, honey to get 10 of syrup. So for US to also benefit from trading, so US shouldn't be giving up to 10 of honey again to get 10 of syrup. But I kind of made it you know, somewhat simpler, right? So what I just did there was like look at these things in terms of getting one of the products, just one of the products, right? So now, generally speaking, for US, no, is it US now? Which one am I starting with? Okay, generally speaking, for 0. Wait, did I get wait 1.5 and okay. So what this guy can do is okay. I have 60 here, right? That's when I specialize. And then I have 45 here. I have 15 here. So like how many of these can I give up, right? That I'll have more than 15 in this place. And then I had 30 here before, but now I'm having 0. So whatever I give up here must be able to make me buy, something that will be more than 30. So I'll be trading an amount of syrup, which is something more than, which is something like maybe something that I will trade that will give me more than 15, and then that will give me more more than 30 that I have here without trading. So like what I did was okay, look, can you think of a random number? What if this guy is what if Canada decides to trade 42 of this guy, okay, to get 18 of to get okay, I trading 42 of this to get 35 of this. Does it make sense? So if Canada decides to trade 42, here you are going to have 18 left. So you have after trade. What is wrong with this market today? After trade, right? So you have Canada, then you have USA, so honey and syrup. So Canada could decide to say, okay, well, let me trade 60, let me give this guy 42. Alright, so which means, you know, this person is going to have this person is going to have um okay, if I this one is going to be 0 here plus the 42 that I'm trading. So I'm trading 42 of this to get, so I'll be having 18 here. This one will be having 42. Like I'll be having 18 left here. I traded 42, like I'm having 18 left here. But the 42 that I'm trading, I'm using it to get 35 of this person. So I have 0 plus 35, which gives me 35. And then this person is going to be having 50 minus 35, which gives it 15. Okay, again, like what I did here was to think of random numbers because the question said I should demonstrate, right? So I just thought of random numbers after trade, honey, and syrup. Okay. Again, this guy was he will be Canada will be able to produce 60, if it specializes. Now it has to trade, right? So if Canada decides to trade, it must trade in a way that it is able to produce and consume more than it was without trading. Able to produce and consume more without trading, or maybe able to consume more of both goods without trading than when it wasn't trading. So like I said, so remove 42 from 60, he has 18. Like whatever number you are going to get must be more than 15 that he was getting before trading, right? And then whatever number you must get for honey must also be more than 30. Because what's the essence of trading if you cannot consume more of the two commodities? So that's why I just say, okay, a random number is 42. Like I just thought of it. Remove 42 from 60. Use 42 of syrup to get 18. Use 42 of syrup rather to get 35 of honey. Okay, so I'm trading 42 of syrup. So that's why you remove 42 from this person. For 60 minus 42, it remains 18 that Canada has. Then that 42 comes here to add to this syrup that US has. Now it is trading 42 for 35. So like minus 42 here, minus 35 here. So 50 minus 35 is 15. Then you add 35 to this place. Now 35 is more than what you have here, 30. 15 is more than what you have here for USA. Now 18 is more than what you have here for Canada. 42 is more than what you have here for US. So if you look at the total again, okay, 35 plus 15 gives me 50 back, which is what I have here. Then 18 plus 42 gives me 60 back, which is what I have there. All right. So now if you decide to calculate the opportunity cost, right? So trade should make your opportunity cost reduce than if you were not trading. So that's the essence. Trade should make your opportunity cost reduce than if you were not trading. So now let me try to like use what we have here. So these were the things we had initially, 1.5, whatever, whatever. So now let me just kind of do a comma. Like, okay, this was without trade. Now with trade, for Canada, opportunity cost of honey. So for Canada to get, now this is Canada here. For Canada to have 35 of honey, okay, this is 0 to 60. For Canada to have 35 of honey, like 35 and 18, like this is new combination now. 35 of honey and 18, right? Now for USA, this is new combination. New combination is 15, comma, and then 42. Like those are the new combinations. So for Canada to get 35 of honey, like how much of this guy did it have to give up? Now if you look at Canada can at best Canada can produce 60 of syrup. If you come and look at it, this is Canada, this is USA. At best, Canada can produce 60 of syrup. So for Canada to now fall from 60 to 18, then the opportunity cost is that Canada has given up 42 of syrup, right? 40, that's 60 here, right? Minus this 18, right? So it has to give up 42 of syrup to get 35 of this person. Now, 42 divided by 35, where is it? I did it somewhere. That's 1.2. That's 1.2. So trade is making Canada to improve. Now, if you also look at what do you call it now? For US, now for US to gain 15 of honey. Where is it? What's the cost of honey here? So for US to gain 15 of honey. This is 15 and 42, right? 15 and 42. So if US was not producing honey at all, how many of syrup would it have produced? Look at US. The highest I can produce is 50, right? So this is 0 and 50. So for US to get to 15 of this guy, he gained 15, right? And he's still able to consume 42 of syrup. So if the maximum amount of syrup that US can produce is 50, and it is now at 42, that means it lost only 8. Okay, so yeah, it's losing only 8 of syrup to get 15 of honey, right? So 8 divided by 15, where is it? 8 divided by 15, that's 0.53. So this one will give us 0.53. So which is also lower. So trade is making it better off. Trade lowers your opportunity cost. Right. Now the next thing is, what's the opportunity cost of syrup for what do you call it now? For Canada. Okay, so let's continue. So for now, this is honey. Honey. This is syrup. So for Canada to have 18, 18 of, so let's now, so it is as if you are going up now, you are going up. So it is having more of syrup. So as from 0 to 15 of syrup, more of syrup. So for Canada to have 18, so 18 is maybe around here, maybe up here, right? So for Canada to have 18 of syrup, do you understand? So it is also having 35 of honey. What is the maximum amount of honey that Canada would have produced? For honey, honey is 40. This is honey here. Honey is 40. So for Canada to be producing 35 now, it only has to give up 5 of honey to get 18 of syrup. So this is going to be 5 divided by 18. It only lost 5 to get 18, and this is 0.28. So as I was saying, so this is like moving up. So as that for opportunity cost of syrup for Canada, syrup, as I try to get more of this, so you are losing a part of honey. So from where is it? What was it? So for 15, no, where is it? For you to get 18 of this, for you to get 18, right? The maximum amount of honey that Canada can produce is 40, and it is still able to produce 35. So what did it give up? 40 minus 35, which is 5. So we have 5 over 18, will give us 0.28. Now for the opportunity cost of syrup here for US, so US is able to produce 42 syrup and 15. So it's gain. So the new opportunity cost now, the new opportunity cost. So it is able to gain, where is it? 42. Okay, for US, able to gain 42 syrup. But what's the maximum amount of honey that US is able to produce? And maximum amount of honey is 50. So for it to be producing 15, so definitely it gave up 35. So 35. 35 over 42 will give you about 0.83 or thereabouts. This 0.83 is lower than 1. 0.53 that we add here is lower than 1. 0.2 that we have here is lower than 0.67. Then 1.2 that we have here is lower than 1.5. So the new opportunity cost after trade is lower than the opportunity cost before trade. Are we following? So like that settles it. So that's to tell you that this trade is beneficial. Again, I don't know if there is a definite way to know what to trade here, but the rule is that whatever it is you are trading should make, whenever you are trading, when they are specializing and trading, should make both combinations more than if you were not trading. Okay, both of them more than, that's the principle that I am using for now, except I come across another question that is interesting, that will make me to like okay, change my stance and just adjust my view and all of these things. All right, now the last part of the question says that illustrate your answer to part B by drawing a PPF for Canada and the United States, indicating both countries' combination of both goods before and after trade. So that can be an assignment for you. So before trade, put these combinations on a PPC. So now after trade, this is the new combination after trade, right? So it's still going to be on the same PPC, right? No, not the same. It's going to be on the same graph, but obviously you're going to be having a shift or somewhat, right? You're going to be having something different. So draw a normal PPC, indicate these two old points, right? Then when you are done, indicate these two new points too. What is your observation? So that is the assignment. Right. Thank you very much. See you in the next class. Bye.